Do not attempt to adjust your set. This is a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. It cannot be stopped, and it is the only free voice left on the net. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. In today's Skyrim mod video on the PS4, I don't have a showcase, but a video that is more so for our mod authors, as I know several of you do watch my content. There was something that I've had on my mind a while that I wanted to ask. Now normally, I don't really like to ask mod authors, I don't like to request stuff. I know how busy you are, so I don't feel right in doing so. But I have been thinking about this a while after seeing it was possible thanks to mod author Cyan49. And that is, I'm wondering if there is a way using a spell to enable and disable the compass, but leaving the rest of the HUD alone to where it's still accessible and you can see it. So currently on PlayStation, we of course have the vanilla option of simply going into our settings, heading to display, and then turning the HUD all the way down. This will go ahead and hide the compass and give us a nice clean picture. But a major drawback to this is it removes the HUD entirely. So if I go to a character, for example, I can't see their name. Same with a building, a place, my magic and health meters, etc. Another drawback is having to pause the game and go in here and change the setting every time you want to turn it on or off. Now, a much more recent and convenient option for PlayStation users, thanks to mod author Cyan49 and his mod FOV Changer and more, is the fact that we can brew two separate potions, one to hide the compass, one to show it, and by consuming one of these, you'll notice that my compass is hidden from view, but the rest of the HUD is there, like Lydia's name. As well, I can bring up my magic meter. Now this is great, but it does have its own drawback too, for the fact that every time I want to either hide or show the compass, I have to brew these potions in order to do so. And yes, you are able to brew as many of these as you want. There isn't a limit per se. I do have infinite carry weight, but still I think a much more convenient option could be, and a nice quality of life improvement would be, if this would be doable via a spell instead. So that if the compass is on by default, I could cast the spell once to hide it from view, but leave the rest of the HUD still available, just like the potion does, and then when I want the compass again, cast the spell again to re-enable it. I had this idea in part because of a modded version of Candlelight that I've had for a long time. So with the vanilla Candlelight, of course, when you cast it, it only remains available for a short time and then it goes out. However, my modded version, I can cast Candlelight once and the spell will remain active indefinitely. This Candlelight will never go out for as long as I need it. Then, when I no longer need it, I can simply cast the spell again to shut it off, which is an absolutely huge quality of life improvement for using this spell. And I wondered if it was possible to do the same with the show and hide compass feature that the potions had, either by a spell that the Dragonborn already learned via downloading and enabling the mod, or, if need be, being taught through a spell tome. I think that this could be a very good and immersive quality of life improvement for the fact that if you want to have access to the remainder of your HUD but not have the compass on screen all the time, if you're in an area where you're familiar, you could have it disabled. Then if you go somewhere where you do need to access it, you could simply cast a spell to turn it back on without ever having to pause your game. It also would be immersive for the fact that in real life, obviously you don't cast a spell, but you would pull a compass out when you need it, and then put it away once you were done. So if there are any mod authors that would be interested in trying this and seeing if it works over here on PlayStation, please feel free to comment down below. My other request though would be for any that are interested, especially somebody like Cyan49 for example, if by chance Cyan, you do have what I'm talking about, if you've made a spell that does this available on PC and you think it would function correctly over here on PlayStation, my request would be that you please port it over here yourself. The reason for that is sometimes when other people have ported your content instead, the ports don't function correctly, containing either bad data or not functioning right in other ways. And personally, I stay away from mods like that. Anyways, I wanted to say thank you for taking the time to any of the mod authors that did watch this video. I really do appreciate your time. I know you're busy, and if it is possible, or if it's not, and you want to discuss why it wouldn't be, please feel free to do so in the comments down below. Please be aware that YouTube does not always alert me when I get comments or replies, but I will try to keep a regular check on the video's page. Thank you again for your time. I really do appreciate it. Take care. This has been a Streaming Freedom Video Bulletin. Peace out.